Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as always, with pretty much every new content being released, I always do guides and recommendations on how you guys can do your best in every single game mode, piece of content, so on and so forth, and Battlegrounds is obviously going to be no exception. And on the flip side, the dreams of every single person who asked me for a guide an hour after content gets released are here, because this time around I can give you a guide more than 24 hours in advance of game mode being released. And keep in mind, everything that I say in this video is going to be truthful, and it will actually work, and it will let you earn more and better rewards in this game mode than you otherwise would be able to. And here is the beautiful thing: everybody can do it. It doesn't matter you're 5 or 50 years old, it doesn't matter what you do, how well you play, how well you know the game. Only thing that matters is that you listen to this advice right now. So, with that in mind, point number 1 of the video: understand that it is a numbers game and how points are calculated. You see, currently in the Battlegrounds setup, the vast majority of the points you will be earning is for entering and completing the matches. If you notice that winning is not mentioned here, then that is the number 1 key aspect here to focus on. You see, winning takes time. In order to win, you actually need to beat the opponent. It's hard, it's yucky. Nobody needs to win. That's why this point system is absolutely brilliant. It takes away the hardest, the most annoying, the most intense part of playing Battlegrounds. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. In fact, you are an idiot if you try to win a match, because all of this is about how many points you can grind per hour. And what is the quickest way to finish your match? It is to lose it quicker. Ideally, even quit the fight as soon as it starts. So that is the point number 1. Right now, it's numbers game. Do not waste your time trying to win. Enter the match, automatically ban first 3 champions you see on opponent's screen. Doesn't matter what those champions are. Only thing that matters is that you conserve precious seconds of those loading screens. Simultaneously, as soon as you have to place a defender, tap on your phone, whatever champion is there, place it immediately. Do not waste your precious seconds. You see, Battlegrounds lasts about 10 to 15 minutes based on how long the selection and how long the matches are. A maximum to 6 minutes of that time is dedicated to fighting, which with my handy tips you will be able to eliminate and cut down to less than 30 seconds. That is going to be a significant time saving, and that is going to be exactly the time that will let you fly through your competition and shoot up the rankings. Because again, remember, winning is for idiots. This game mode does not require you to win in order to get the best rewards, and that is the goal. Right. The second point, obviously, is the champion selection. That part also takes about 5 minutes in total, or up to 5 minutes in between load screens and stuff like that. You get like 20 to 30 seconds to decide who you ban, which champions you place. Do not waste that time. Your goal is to place a champion within 2 seconds. Your goal is to select an attacker within 2 seconds. Your goal is to ban all of your opponent's champions within 3 seconds. The faster the better, because speed equals money equals rewards, my boys. So that is point number 1. Understand that it is numbers game now, and the faster you lose, the better you do. Now, point number 2, as a continuation of point number 1, you can help your opponent finish their matches quicker. You see, if you bring in your 6-star rank 4 champions, if you bring in your 6-star rank 3 champions, even if you quit out the fight within 5 seconds of it starting, your opponent might still do something quite stupid and try and beat you. And that takes time. This time you do not want your opponent to take. It's again all about the speed, all about the numbers, baby. So, forget 6 stars, forget your rank 3s, forget 5 stars. This is where you want to focus on. Your deck should consist of exactly 14 1-star champions, ideally. Even better if they're unranked. You see, I have made a terrible mistake that I will have to deal with in perpetuity of this current Battleground system. I have shot myself in the foot making a stupid decision to rank up my 1 and 2 and 3 star champions. If you haven't already, praise the gods because you have made the best decision, because that will make your champions weaker with less HP, means they will be KO'd quicker by your opponent, and also in the fight you can just stand. You have no need to quit the fight anymore. Your opponent can just whack you one time and you're gonna get KO'd. So ideally, what you want your deck to consist of is exactly, and write this down, 14 1-star champions and 12 6-star champions. If possible at all, make sure that all of those champions are rank 1, level 1. And God forsake, no indestructibility or immortality mechanics. Those are the hugest time wasters, something you definitely want to avoid. So no Herculeses, no Luke Cages, no Hellas, no none of that. You don't want a single ability that might potentially prevent your opponent from KOing you within 2 seconds, thus costing you these precious seconds. 1 and 2 star champions only, and that is the point number 2. That is how your deck is going to look like. That means that 2-star starting hand Spider-Man is going to be your MVP. That means your 1-star Deadpool is going to be your MVP. Your lowest health pool champions at the lowest rank are going to be your MVPs. Remember that, super important. Do not make the mistake of placing a 6-star champion on defense, because God forbid your opponent might actually want to try and beat it, and that's going to take time, and you're going to be just sitting there looking at the loading screen thinking, God, this dude is costing me rank rewards. Right, and point number 3, perhaps the most important one. You see, currently, in order to progress in Alliance events, you must enter with Elder's Marks. And there is a big problem with that. Elder's Marks will cost units, because eventually you're going to run out of them. And then, if you do want your opportunity for some of these juicy Alliance and solo event top rewards of 6-star Awakening Gems, 200 6-star Signature Stones, 60,000 6-star shards, all that good stuff, you only have to play entering Elder's Marks. The problem is, can get quite expensive. You will need mucho dinero, and that can be a problem for some. So obviously, the solution here is very real and very true. You need more money, hence you need to get a better job. However, getting a better job might be a bit difficult, but that might conflict with your actual game time and grind time. So ideally, you need a better job that you can do with one hand, because you can play Battlegrounds with one hand. Since there's no need to actually do the fight or win the fights, one hand is all that it is needed for you to be extremely efficient in Battlegrounds. You to quit out as quickly as possible, for you to click next as quickly as possible. So if you can find a job that pays you a reasonable amount of money, and you can do with one hand, that's the perfect solution, because then you can multitask and use the other hand to play Battlegrounds at the same time. Now, if you are not so lucky, perhaps it's worth considering some alternate options and methods of gaining some extra income. Like, for instance, I have heard that your kidneys are worth some money. Very quick, short-time, temporary solution that will enable you to play Battlegrounds competitively better for a longer amount of time. Especially considering that all the time you're going to be laying in that hospital bed after operation, you can still keep playing Battlegrounds. Super efficient, very good short-term solution. Additionally, you can try and apply for some sort of sperm bank, especially considering, yet again, you can do the job with one hand and you can keep grinding Battlegrounds with the other hand. Again, think outside of the box, boys. One hand, make the deposit. Other hand, keeps grinding, does not lose any time, any efficiency whatsoever. Additionally, I have heard that more and more people are getting into OnlyFans and other adult-oriented sites and can make quite good living. I do think it is an option worth considering, especially if you want to be the very best Battlegrounds player. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope this video was helpful. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the